Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Okay, InFlame by Dakota, the Completionist Chronicles. That's the series. Now, I gotta say, I thought Ruthless was going down the wrong track, but okay. InFlame, it's Joe basically by himself. He's got to figure things out. He's got to join either the dwarves or the elves where it left off in Ruthless. And I was kind of hoping he was just going to go on his own. I would have preferred it if he went on his own and just stumbled into these situations and ended up creating a unification of both a cohort of runaway dwarves and elves, because not everybody constantly wants to fight. And it just seemed to go the wrong route for me. Elves who are supposed to be, they show them as these wide genius mechanics, and then they're just the dumbest brutes out there, except for like one. It seemed to go off the track. The first one seemed like an open world where they tried to make it seem as if the people who died, there was a consequence with their death. They didn't return because they are there already. They don't respawn. Only to find out they respawn, but as the enemy troop. So if that's the case, why didn't the wolfmen overrun the humans? It's like all these little things that are just like, you introduce this, it all has to do, or is each zone different? Is the human and wolfman area like the open world of World of Warcraft, but when he went to the next zone, it was basically a raid, constantly a raid. So I'm assuming the next zone is just going to be a dungeon crawl. It's just like, I didn't care for the raid aspect. It was just like, so these people need to take towers. In order to take towers, the deaths that happen end up, it's just like, in the end, one side's definitely going to take over. How is it this technologically advanced society who has these robotic drones, these robotic beings, the massive things, and they're all dumb. They're all mentally, beneath the threshold. It's just like, what the heck? I mean, it seems to have really gotten away from its original story. I've been noticing that more and more, but apparently everyone can actually just talk to the world now. In the previous books, it seemed like they held it with reverence or some kind of, they shouldn't have trusted Cal. They did it in their own fear. And now it seems like, oh, they all know him. He's someone they have a talking relationship with. They'll curse him out. I didn't care for it. I absolutely did not care for it. The whole reincarnation thing is just being forced to be born in the other world and just in the other side, and they only it just is aggravating to think about all this stuff, and it's like, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. This book has really gone off the rails. So Joe basically enters the world. He's unable to stand in the world. He isn't there yet. He isn't physically there. And just to spite the cocky elves, he joins the dwarves because there was no other option. If he walked out just to do his own thing, they both would have killed him. So yeah, he joins the dwarves, and then he is in the Dwarven Legion. I mean, he has one part where I thought it would have been nice if they just spent the majority of the time in the capital, because we didn't get that in the original in the beginning, because Alexis, one of the characters, one of the characters, she, in the original book, talked about how she didn't leave the city. She got to level 10. It would have been nice for Joe to basically level up, do everything within the town before venturing out in the next book, and then doing this. So we actually saw more of the city. He actually finished his quest in the sewers. I mean, that would have been nice. I would have preferred that over this. I just didn't care. I just didn't care. And honestly, I would have preferred he finished the quest in the sewers if he had just didn't choose a side and he just stumbled across the dwarven encampment and wanted to sneak in to buy things and snuck in through the sewers, realizing that it was it would have been. It's funny because how I would write something is always different, and then I start thinking it's like I would have done this. It would have seemed better. But that's the thing. I have a preference. Obviously, I would have done it that way because I would have enjoyed it that way. It's being done this way, and it just seems to have gotten a little away from what has already been established. That's just my thought. I'm still going to continue it because I already started it and I've already gotten this far. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles!